Hello, I'm Marley Wetzel of AHS-TV, and on today's Spotlight, we will be talking with a student here at AHS. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Taladay.
All right, so we're going to talk about your coaching.
Awesome.
All right. How do you approach skill development?
So every year we just start fresh basically. We start with the basics, go over technique, we really drill that in first, and then we move on to harder skills we develop as we go.
How do you handle a situation where there's a athlete who struggles with a certain skill?
We kind of pull them aside, make sure they get the extra help they need without making them feel like lesser than everybody else, but still make sure they have the attention that they need and they understand.
What kind of things do you do to help motivate the cheerleaders?
We give them incentives like games after practice, sometimes cupcakes. It just depends on what we're feeling.
If there's disagreements and conflicts between teammates, how do you usually go about that?
So usually they feel comfortable enough to come to us and let us know the situation, either one of them or one of their friends. If they notice something, they tell us. And then we usually do pull one aside at a time and then just see both sides of the story. And then what we want to do from there depends on how severe the situation is. But, yeah.
What is your approach to, spotting techniques?
It depends on how, hard the skill is. Sometimes I don't feel comfortable enough with my knowledge to spot some skill that they do. So I do have an adult coach who did All-Star, who is also there to assist, and then also you. And we just use our knowledge from what we know as cheerleaders and former cheerleaders to help assist where is needed, very safely though.
How many people do you usually have around one stunt at a time?
Around one stunt, if it's a new one, we have the entire team spot around first, just to make sure it's safe. And as it progresses, we kind of just, if it's working, we keep going with it. If it doesn't, we work on it a little bit less than what we would. So when we're out there for halftime, we just have a coach stand behind the stunt. If it is a little bit uncertain, if not, then they can just go for it.
How do you handle the situation where an athlete gets injured during practice or a performance?
So that depends on severity too. We go over first, check it out, see what's happening, and then if I don't feel comfortable with it, I call over the adult coach. If she doesn't feel comfortable with it, some members of the board are EMTs, and we call them over, and they really know what they're talking about, so it's very helpful to have them.
Are the EMTs always present?
Yes, they are.
Nice.
Every practice, every game.
How do you communicate with parents about progress and safety?
So we do have an app that we use every year to communicate with the parents about what we're doing, what we're learning, what they should be practicing at home. Sometimes we send videos of what they've done, some pictures, so they stay in the loop. And also, if they have any questions, concerns, they come to us and we talk. We have a very good relationship with the parents every year. It's really nice to have.
How do you plan practices to maximize skill development and minimize injury risk?
So that depends on what kind of practice we're having. If we're doing a dance practice to work on the halftime dance, we kind of just go with whatever needs the most help. But if we're doing a cheer practice or stunt practice, we do have it planned out about what we want to do to maximize time and safety, and make sure chaos doesn't break loose.
How do you incorporate fun and enjoyment into practices whenever they're rough sometimes?
Yeah, they can get a little bit rough, but we like to play games. They do like to play games at the end of practice, after a hard practice. It helps them stay motivated, stuff like that. Yeah.
How do you handle different skill levels within the same team?
I like to make sure everybody feels like they have a place on the team. So it doesn't really matter to me how much skill you have. Like the tumbling, I don't care about. Like you're still you're gonna have the time to really spotlight what you're good at. So there's some athletes that can do harder skills, harder stuff. And we do showcase that, but we also showcase the talents that the ones who don't have as hard skills can do because it's just as good and it looks nice and clean.
How do you teach like the cheerleaders about supporting each other and like good sportsmanship?
It starts with us as the coaches. We have to get along, work together, and then also have a good relationship with them. And then the crowd has a good relationship too, because sometimes it can get out of hand. But when everybody sets a good example for them, then they know that it's not the right thing or it is the right thing to do.
How do you build confidence in the cheerleaders?
We praise them when they deserve it. We don't sugarcoat anything, so they know that when we do say something, it is very sincere, it's genuine. I'm very proud of every group I've coached. I think every group has done exceptional. But yeah.
How do you handle pressure and stress during games?
It's very good to have a good coaching staff with you, so we balance each other out. It's easier to handle things when there's more than one of you and you all work in harmony together. Sometimes the girls can make the game easier to handle because they can be quite funny, so it makes the stress less. And then the one competition we do have a year, that's always stressful, but we just try and keep it nice and calm, zen, and we go from there.
How do you encourage like a positive team?
It starts with the coaching staff. We have to put on a front of positivity and happiness, stuff like that. And then it will rub off on the team. Sometimes it can get a little bit, cheer in general can get a little bit negative because of the atmosphere. So we like to just try and keep it very positive in a sense without sugarcoating anything. So it rubs off on them. It really does. You can see a difference.
And lastly, what are your goals for the cheer squad?
So for a future cheer squad is to work more, gear towards the competition a little bit more rather than just focusing on the games, because they do exceptional every year at the games. It's just we're getting now into a part where youth cheer is competing in competitions again. So we have to reset because these girls don't really know how to compete. We have to try and teach that to them as well. So yeah, I want to gear towards more competition focused stuff.
Nice. Thank you for joining me on this AHS Spotlight.